and MegaMogwai here, and I got yet another Legends of Runeterra for you guys today. Today I'm bringing your boy Ornn in a bit of a different fashion, as we're gonna feature Rolling Thunder. You know, whoever actually catches the reference, you get some internet points from me. You're welcome. As today we're gonna feature Ornn without Jax. Now I'm gonna answer the question. All right, how is this deck? Like, what is the incentive to build Ornn outside of the Jax shell? And there's a very simple answer for that, and that is this card right here. Cataclysm, one of the most powerful cards within Demacia, even though it's not really seeing play in the top tier Demacia decks right now, does not mean this card is absolutely nuts and one of the strongest within Standard. And it enables a lot of stuff. You guys have seen me showcase Cataclysm with Akshan Morgana. There's a bunch of strategies that can really benefit from the ability to set up a free attack for just 3 mana, and Ornn is one of them. Ornn with Jax is very neat, but Ornn with Vayne allows us to set up multiple free attacks with this beast and enable a Spirit of the Ram late game lethal. As we try to build up our weapons, we have, you know, some good resources regarding equipments with this region combination. And we can play the Innovative Blacksmith and Combat Cook, as well as we have a full set of the Darkened Spear and a couple of copies of Darkened Aegis. We have a full set of Weaponsmith Apprentice, a couple of copies of Favored Artisan to kind of like support our main 2-drop, which is the Petrified Broadwing, a 2-drop that just really benefits from both of these equipments, a 2-drop that a lot of you see very regularly because it's just really good. You know, I don't really have to explain why, but the fact that it synergizes with these, it's even more of an encouragement to run it here, as we have Blood Curse Harpy and Ornn as our main win conditions, with a one-off of Rot Colossus for games that drag out to a whole nother level. It's nice to have that essentially or potentially never-ending source of value, right? Like, once you play the Rot Colossus and you equip it, you're getting 4 mana Rot Colossus that you can equip after, and you create this change that's never stopping, really. It's for those very, very slow games. Which can definitely happen in this greedy meta. Though I like it as a one-off, and it definitely helps us, you know, have that endgame. Because as a mid-range deck that's combining Demacia and Freljord, unfortunately, we don't have access to good card draw. We just don't. Like, if you search draw, it's mainly cycling spells. Like, I don't like referring to as draw as like spells or units that just draw you one card, right? There's no real, like, we have the Glacial Saurian, which I tried for quite some time, but it was a version of this deck that was running Omen Hawk and the Navolsky Snow Dog, which is not bad, but I felt like leaning into the equipment synergy overall made this deck better. And it's not how I felt, it's just the results were there. Like, once I switched to this version, I started doing better. So yeah, we don't have really great card draw when combining these two regions. Card draw in Standard is more limited than you expect, even though a lot of the decks that run around have a lot of it, because Elder Dragon decks get to play Sinon. So it feels like card draw is actually not something that's lacking in Standard, but, you know, you build without Elder Dragon and then you realize, wow, some regions actually cannot draw cards. And this region combination is definitely one of them. So we try to mitigate that by having strong units and just the right amount of late game units so that we can keep on going. And that is what justifies a one-off of Revna, the Lore Keeper, as well. Not the most reliable source of draw. In fact, I would argue that you don't really want to be playing this card in the majority of games. Even if you draw it, if you have better things to do, do that. Because paying 6 mana for a 2/2 is a tremendous loss of tempo that, for example, let's say the Galio Morgana deck, you can't really afford to play a 6 mana 2/2 in that matchup. Like, they're playing a lot of units, they're applying a lot of pressure, and you just do not have time. But Remna is there for games that, you know, go longer. You've managed to stabilize. You can play Revna because the way this deck is designed, you will essentially draw, you know, unless she got buffed by, you know, your Darkened Spear, she will draw either Vayne, the Blood Curse Harpy, Ornn, or the Rot Colossus. Like, she'll draw one of your big game, late game units that you need to go for. So that's why she's here. For those matches in which you just cannot draw Ornn, or your Ornn got in, so you want another Ornn or something, and you find Revna, you get to buff your entire deck, and you can push forward from that point onwards, right? But keep that in mind that this card is as a one-off here for a reason, and it's kind of like you know, it's like a plan B, right? Like, look at it like that. So, yeah, by combining Vayne and Ornn, we get to utilize Tumble and Cataclysm to set up free attack with Ornn. So, it is encouraged for you to find a way. You can get creative with it, but, you know, find a way to get that 8 damage hit before playing Ornn. That will make your life significantly easier. Like, Ornn coming down already leveled is a huge deal and allows you to immediately pressure the opponent with your Cataclysms and your Tumbles. There's several ways to do that. Blood Curse Harpy is one of them. We have a couple of copies of Single Combat to give us interaction. 2 Single Combats and 2 Three Sisters gives us some really neat interaction. A combination of freezes, potentially Entombs, Fury of the North. Very, very flexible card that we can... All 3 of them can be used in this kind of deck. So Combat gives us some immediate interaction with the opponent because Cataclysm is slow speed. But the combination of this, and this makes it so that this Mysteries deck, while it is kind of focused on what it's doing, and it's trying to just develop units on curve more than anything, we have quite enough interaction to disrupt what the opponent is doing as well, which can be very, very important in certain matchups. And I think from this point onwards, I'd just be rambling. That's essentially the point of the deck, though. Like, that's why I tried Ornn with Demacia, because the free attacks with Ornn are extremely powerful, and it's just about getting to that point. So I think today's game is really amazing. I did an off-stream recording session because I spent quite a bit of the stream. Sometimes it's going to happen. Like, I spent a good portion of the stream playing essentially the wrong version of the deck, right? Like, I take some time to optimize the decks that I make. And sometimes, you know, like most of my stream is just me getting my ass kicked trying to figure the deck out. So I didn't really get any footage for a video from the stream itself. But then I decided that today I would just, you know, chill down, like actually finish the deck and record off stream and, you know, focus purely on that. And like I said, I would be mixing it up here and there. Like, you can expect uploads to be from the stream and from, you know, my own, I don't really know what to say there. Like, I was looking for a word, but yeah, from my own home, but I stream from my own home as well. So yeah, I'm not making any sense. I'm rambling at this point. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. Hope you enjoyed today's games. They're pretty fire. Or ice. Please don't unsubscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, here we go. And it seems we got a bit of a mirror going on here. Generally speaking, our units are going to be roughly the same size, so I'd rather have stuff like Sky Splitter over stuff like Vayne. Over stuff like Single Combat. Just like looking at Vayne. Because their units are generally going to be the same size as mine, so Single Combat, well, always a useful tool. It really depends on the matchup. I could develop you, but I'd rather have Sky Splitter back up.
Monsters still lurk in Demasia's every shadow. Those who kill innocents are no more than fiends.
Because now having the spell mana backup allows me to do something like this and work for Vayne's level up. Do that. It's like, sure, I'll show you the actual thing I have, because I could be bluffing. And getting Vayne as early as possible to get those tumbles, the cost reduction on tumble going is very important. Where they choose to equip Vayne, I can just freeze her. We gotta watch out for stuff like form up though, that could be a thing. I want to turn them from attacking. If that makes me burn some mana, so be it. I take a little bit of damage here. And go you. Get the Pot of Pain, beautiful. That's what I wanted. That gives me the stat line to block their second attack. And I guess that they're taking their time to realize that they're not breaking through this. We can always heal with the Innovative Blacksmith as well. We can Innovative Blacksmith into you. I kind of just want to swing here, though. It's a good attack. Get some valuable damage on him. And we get a kill. In this matchup, there's no, like, pings There's not even the threat of like something like infinite fire, mind splitter. I was confused. Infinite, no, that infinite mind splitter is the stud dragon. Enraged fire spitter is the other guy. And now they develop. Now here's the question. I think we do this. Like which one we prioritize, right? We're gonna go for the Fisher Whack. That is the item that Ornn wants to see. And I could potentially forge it. They're using Darkened Spear there. I could tumble into a Condemn. But I don't feel the need to right now. I'm just gonna favor Artisan.
There are stories in the ringing of steel.
And I'm gonna have this time and dedication ready. If I lose Vayne here, so be it. Like, I just want to tumble out of this. Like, I'm not gonna go extremely under if I'm not able to deal with that. Okay, are they gonna Darken Harp here? They could just tumble. They could attack into tumble. That's probably what they're looking forward to doing. I need the mana for this and this. They want to tumble into this. You just freeze. 4 mana. Just gonna develop you. No, they're just gonna challenge here. Bang, bang. This is a pass that can give them like, if they're good here, they would pass again. But I don't think they can help themselves. Now, do I entomb? I think I just freeze. No, I'd do that, yeah.
Clumsy work.
Every last monster will be purged.
We couldn't really prevent their Vayne level up. But we're okay. Like, they're gonna have free tumbles. That's fine. I have the power of Ornn. I can't play the Weaponsmith Apprentice because I want to be able to tumble next turn. But we're gonna take Ornn, we're gonna copy this. Which we forged on prior. And now, with Tumble, we have an extremely scary situation, especially for a deck that really, unless they have a freeze here, they're gonna really struggle with this.
Hammer never fails.
And I'm gonna attack with both. And that's pretty much checkmate, I think.
Good.
Yes! Da! Because this tumble, making the 1 mana, leaving the 1 mana open for this tumble is everything. No, I want you to keep that.
You're all in trouble now.
Well, they are, but they know it. They're aware. And we win the mid-range mirror. Beautiful.
A job well done.
All right, round 2, and we got some ramp. I haven't seen Tryndamere in a while. Given the nature of this matchup, I'm gonna keep Ornn in my hand because I am gonna want to have Ornn this game. We have the Weaponsmith's Apprentice with the Combat Cook. I'm gonna mulligan away the Combat Cook. It's good, but you know, if I can find Vayne, that'd be neat. There we go.
Kendall,
Easy.
Did you wander off again?
Now we just need a weapon.
Hammer.
Look at me always asking for things out of my deck. And then malding when I don't get them. Well, there's the weapon. We expect this this deck to just, you know, not really do much early. They have Shadow Owls though, so Quietus or Soul Harvest could be a thing. That means their odds of ramping here are lower. Like, they could still have that one, but we're gonna go with this.
Those who kill innocents are no more than fiends.
Even though we could play the Innovative Blacksmith, I'd rather work for the Tumble. Tumble is gonna be absolutely essential for winning this matchup.
Right, to work.
And the Soul Harvest that went onto the Broadwing is no longer a thing to stop Vayne, so we are happy to see that. And now there is a perk of like skipping this, because now we get to combat cooking. We essentially forge twice. And we forge the Fish and Whack twice, so.
Spice of life. Garlic works in a pinch.
Unless they have like a Quietus. But if they had Quietus, they would have played it early. Okay.
It just snapped.
Eradication. I play Jarrell. Whatever you want to do, you better do it now. You want a Harsh Winds? We'll get the 4 damage. Because open attacking against this kind of deck is generally a mistake. Because Vengeance, Frostbites, there's a billion things it could do. We draw a weapon just in time to play the Blood Curse Harpy, which is really nice. Ruination. What an asshole. We could Orn, I mean we should Orn. Let's wave at him again.
Somebody hold my beer.
with the wave. What the fuck? That's so BME. Oh, this feels extra good. No, you're not getting a GG. No, you don't wave me. Am I toxic? I just think that's rude, bro. It was just me.
A job well done.
Yep. Again? We saw how good Blood Curse Harpy was. Not dying to Vengeance, surviving Ruination. We also have an idea of like they run a bunch of Shadow Owls based removal spells. I'm kind of worried about Quietus just because it destroys equipment, and that can actually really set me back. Drawing this now really messes up my curve. But I actually really want to play this. They do play Quietus. It's better that that goes there. Good draw as well.
Monsters still lurk in Demasia's every shadow.
Fighting food and cooking evil. Switch those.
I'm gonna go with the Shepherd's Authority just because we don't really need to block much in this matchup.
Pots a boiling.
If they want to trade into this so they can Quietus the Vayne, I'm okay with that.
Survival through savagery.
Because I'd rather they Quietus the Vayne than destroy my equipment.
Fear the wild.
Death it is. Those who kill innocents are no more than fiends.
Kindle picked me. That's why Smith.
Okay, thank you for telling us. I'm actually not gonna tumble here.
I'm full of pain.
I'm gonna open attack. As they piercing darkness.
I'm not done.
I'll play you. I could tumble, but I don't feel the need to when my unit is frozen.
Who dares challenge the wild? I wield the storm.
It just snapped.
The storm breaks all. Claims me.
What a clean lethal, baby. Oh yeah. Now you get a GG. Oh, that was hot. All right, Z1. Take a little bit of a break from the back-to-back ramp episode, as now we got a more fast-paced matchup. We have Weaponsmith Apprentice, Petrosite Broadwing with Sky Splitter and Single Combat. I kind of like everything about this hand, even though we're lacking champions, weapons, but
Kindle picked me.
this hand is very tempo.
More air, more
It's high
calls.
tempo. Both of these spells are going to come into play for preserving my blockers and for removing their key units.
The Yordle here's with me.
I could like single combat into this, but
Let's move.
for now we're keeping this thing simple. Like, this deck doesn't really have as much interaction.
Demons walk
Gonna
among
drop
us,
Vayne?
masquerading as men.
They play that.
Hammer, tongs, anvil.
I'm still gonna trade into that. Okay. See what they develop.
Don't you dare interrupt me, Kim.
I just love your stories about Ornn, okay?
You'll ruin the work.
This is a good enough single combat here. Removing a threat, preventing a lot of damage in the process. Like, I like this line. We're still lacking a weapon. Hopefully,
Swift death.
I don't regret my decisions. Us not having a weapon here is a pretty big deal. We can enable some removal if they were to develop something there.
Hang on, Buzzball.
Hey,
I like that. Because now we tumble, and then we condemn. I condemn you to die. Now we made use of that, and now when drawing equipment here, okay, no, all right, it's okay, just asking. Maybe I should have mulliganed some of my cards. Like, the Single Combat was a good keep, but I guess this wasn't. I mean, it's pretty decent to have now.
Death it is.
I can do this. And I still would like to preserve this. Okay, now that they're going for that and we're not a threat of that. I can do that. Come on, I need to top deck a weapon. Come on. Weapon. Beautiful.
Purge with silver.
By my hand, I will end their suffering.
I want to surprise him with the blood curse harpy. They're gonna go for the dragon ambush though. But we should be lethaling them, right? Like, what am I worried about for like direct damage does this deck may have? Let me actually search it just to make sure that I'm not tripping here. Like, Gwen Zed, what direct damage do you have? Mark of the Isles, Stalking Shadows, very yada yada. No, nothing. I'm gonna take this hit. So now I do this.
Here, let me see that.
I get the forge. So this is like 2 extra damage. It's not just 1, it's 2 extra. No, it's actually more than that. Like, her being a thing is huge here. So now we do this. We set up the attack before getting the scout rally. Because this allows us to attack with Vayne twice. Checkmate.
Purified bolts.
They have 1 shark in the grave. I made a misplay. I should have played Time and Dedication.
Do not fear the shrouded path. Do not disappoint me. Endure darkness.
Beat him down. And now we have this blocker
Let me
here.
focus.
But we should have given this so we had the line to just play Ornn instead. Like, we should have done that boost. But it's a very intense moment. Yeah, we got him! We got him! Barely.
A sentinel's work is never done.
Alright, this is a matchup that I really want to showcase. Morgana Galio. We have the Cataclysm with Ornn here. We have a lot of neat tools, but we may need to kind of mulligan them all. I like having the Darkened Spear, though. It's important to have a weapon. And we drew just in time.
Kindle, did you wander off again?
We got the Weaponsmith Apprentice, so we get rewarded.
It's nice. Could be nicer. More air. Here, let me see that.
And we get a 4/4 Vayne. Very nice.
Those who kill innocents are no more than fiends.
Not even I know what I'm cooking up.
Shepherd's Authority is nice, but the problem is I need to be able to block, right? So I'm gonna go for the Pot of Pain. I'm not really playing into their Mage Seeker stuff. Like if they want to have the Mage Seeker on, then I'm just gonna Unga Bunga this. I'm gonna develop, and develop. Darkened Spear really came into play here, like buffing a bunch of my units. Now if they want to kill Vayne, for example, like they need to, like the moment they develop anything, yeah, like they need to Gentleness to it. But that weakens their blocker.
It's nice. Could be nicer.
They can't play any more spells. And we get a massive hit. Dropping down to 10. Like, we're gonna try to, like, not play into their game.
What it is to fall.
And if they do that, we just do this.
Monsters still lurk in Demasia's every shadow.
I don't know if playing Bane is correct here.
Hot full of pain. No dessert, no.
I will tell you.
Tell the one about his fiery breath, Hertha.
I wonder why this keeps going down. It's a visual. It's a visual effect. Okay, okay. All right, so to develop that we're gonna play Ornn here. We are gonna play Ornn. Come at me.
Damn you.
That's hot.
Somebody hold my beer. You wanted the god of the forge, you got him.
I don't know about you, but I want to end this game. I want to end this game. And we just found our cue to do it.
I will fight with you, but I will never call you mother. And I would never ask you to.
My hand is too full.
I am your darkness. I am your truth.
Okay. Let's think this through. We have Tumble and that. This is Forge plus 4 plus 5, so there's nothing else that even comes close to that. We can Cataclysm here. That way we remove their strongest blocker, and then we just do that again.
Fighting is my first language.
This is the key to beating this deck. Ornn. You have to play for Ornn. You have to Ornn, and you just have to smash him with just raw power. The removal is combat based. So if your Ornn is just way too big, they can't deal with it. Then I guess they just give up. Like they could have blocked with Morgana, but I get it. You really like Morgana. I feel you, bro. That feels good. That feels very good.
A Job well done.
Yeah. Overwhelms. Unga Bunga versus Unga Bunga. We got Unga Bunga harder. We're gonna drop the Rock Colossus. We have Favorite Artisan with innovative Blacksmith. I have trouble saying that. I'm gonna drop the Cataclysm as well. Cataclysm is extremely good, but early on, it's gonna be a while before we play it. Really like this curve.
Kindle picked me. That's why Smith.
Gonna help me fight the board early.
Right. To work.
1-2 better than 1-1. This deck used to be built with the Omen Hawk and the Snow Dog.
Don't you dare interrupt me, kid.
I just love your stories about Orn, okay?
They're coming. I want to pass here. I want to see what they got. They play stuff on curve, right? So we'd rather get information first. Okay, a 3/3 there. I could play you into you, but then I have no spells to interact with them. And I kind of like the idea of just going crazy on this specific weapon. Whatever I make with this, I can just like forge it again and again. So I'm gonna skip the turn for these. I wouldn't do that. Yeah. We can take 3 damage here.
Clumsy work.
Can easily take 3 damage here.
Stories untold.
What do we got here? Shepherd's Authority is gonna be the combat rule.
Fighting food and cooking evil. No, switch those. Hot full of pain.
I have a plan here. I'm doing this to preemptively level Ornn. And I kind of like the idea of dealing with this as well. Nah, we're fine. Upcycled Rake is... Nah, it's good. It's important to have that scout weapon. I kind of like the idea of just killing this though. Because my buff from Sky Splitter is gonna fade. So getting rid of that unit is really neat. Before we deflate. And we got another one right there. Now, the moment we draw Ornn, we're good. I feel like I'm kind of jinxing it because we're not gonna draw him, but you know, I'm gonna pass. I'm in no hurry. Okay. Big unit, big unit. Is there anything you can equip that can deal with that? Not really. Good jump here.
Focus.
We can
Too much salt.
block here.
Let's go. Help!
Ornn? No Ornn.
Not even I know what I'm cooking up.
Every time we're equipping, we're healing. It's really nice. We're gonna stun there. So I'm doing a Cataclysm. I don't know what they have for 3 mana.
Hot for boiling. Oh, soup's off.
now that gets dragged. But they actually don't get a poke stick, which I really like. Limits their card draw options.
My axe is ready. We march. Witness true strength.
Oh.
Step away, coward.
Okay, okay. Oof. That whirling death counter, though, that second single combat was huge. That's a great draw. That gives me health.
A warrior needs a drum beat.
Oh, we got him! Oh, that was tight. No horn. All right. Viego to end things off. This deck has a lot of like early game removal, so Sky Splitter is neat, but I'm gonna go with this mulligan. I'm gonna keep the Darkened Spear. Generally recommended to keep it because first of all, if we find the 1-drop, it's a phenomenal follow-up. And even if we don't,
If I'm forgotten, then no.
we could develop it later.
I will tell you of Orn. You'll ruin the work.
So I developed the Artisan there instead of the Broadwing, even though Broadwing would get challenged if I played there, because if they attacked, if they just full on swinged, I wanted to be able to deal with that better. Let's go for the Broadwing. Let's play our Darkened Spears. I want that buff. Because I can always swap the spears to heal that. But I want to start buffing my deck.
Plenty of fire to go around.
So quick attack would be nice. And now I swap these.
Demons walk among us, masquerading as men.
Diego.
Submission or death for all to know.
That turned out well for you last time.
I'm gonna clear some bodies. And I may have to entune Diego.
The dark beckons.
Living dead no matter.
That was that, okay. We're gonna be using the Rock Colossus here. Gonna drag you. Hit with you.
Oppose me and die. I command you. There are stories in the ringing of steel. They forgot.
That got a lot out of them. Quick attack.
Surrender to me. The craft sings.
We need to be very wary. Like I want to play a Naka here. Like I want to build up a very powerful board so that my rallies actually matter here. We let them pass. We open swing with everything.
Hold while I smith.
This morsel.
So they have removal. But the Blood Curse Harpy will survive. And now we swap. Because we want to be able to play, actually play Anaka. Probably Vengeance this. Or that, okay.
To the forge.
Keep pressuring. Keep pressuring.
It just snapped.
They're running very low on gas, and hopefully
You shall fall, then you shall serve. Even in death, your spirit is mine. I am not done with you.
wait, how the hell did they get 2 bodies? Oh, because they killed the mist as well. Okay. Find a way to go over them.
You are undone.
By his hammer.
Monsters still lurk in Demasia's every shadow.
And now we tumble. It doesn't kill her though. Oh, okay.
None beyond my reach. I am not done with you.
Wrong unit to trade there. Wrong unit to trade there.
Purge with silver.
I am impervious.
They should have kept the other one. They have Deathless on Mordekaiser. Gotta keep pushing through here. We're so close. Jesus Christ, what a top deck. Okay. Fucking hell. Okay. 2 blockers. 2 blockers. Easy though. Easy though.
By my hand, I will end their suffering.
Got him! Got him! Let's go! What a war!
Expertly done.
Oh!
Without the next phase.